honest, we are finally inside of 2021. Fucking finally. So we can all agree on the fact that 2020 was a big abomination. We all hated it. We all just wanted to bury it underneath the ground the minute that the next year rolls around. Which is probably why I saw so many fireworks outside, is because everybody was like, fuck this. So I kind of decided to talk about AESPA. Fucking I don't know. I wanted to talk about my predictions for the K-pop group during this year. Mostly because considering how they debuted and around the time that they debuted, including the amount of controversy that there was when they actually debuted, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of problems in 2021. I think most of you know this as a common theory that AESPA's gonna drop. AESPA. I keep saying AESPA. They're probably AESPA. AESPA is gonna flop. The thing is, in my opinion, I think that's incorrect. Everything that we've received now is not enough to actually say, you know what, this group is probably gonna flop because of the controversies. We don't actually know what the group are. We do not know if they're gonna have varied concepts. We don't know if this is it. They're just gonna be girl crush virtual world stuff. We don't actually know much. Personally, I think it's quite bold to assume that they're just gonna flop because of Red Velvet. Because yes, SM does put out girl groups and groups in general whenever there's a controversy going on with the actual company. However, in general, I think it's quite bold to assume that they're just gonna flop because of the controversy. Of course, there's many other reasons for why that they could flop and all that sort of thing, but that's mostly the thing that I was focusing on, is the fact that because Red Velvet got into some trouble, they released a girl group, which apparently wasn't really the plan. They just released them the same as they did with Red Velvet when another group got into trouble. However, I still think that we shouldn't just assume that they just released them mostly because Red Velvet had gotten into trouble and that they're gonna flop because of Red Velvet's bloody actions, or even in this case just Irene's, which from what it sounds like to me, it just kind of sounds like she was just being a human being and she was having a bad day, which happens to all of us, don't lie. We all have a bad day and snap when we aren't supposed to. It's completely normal, it's human. In my own personal opinion, I do not think that AESPA is going to exactly just flop just because of the Red Velvet situation that I'm pretty sure got resolved actually. However, in general, in my opinion, I don't think they're gonna flop. I think that personally, because of how strong that they started, of course they're going to spend time to release something else that is just as hard hitting. People are going to notice them because yes, they're girl crush, but are they really the same sort of girl crush that we've been seeing recently? I've always felt like they're not the same sort of girl crush as we've been seeing recently. As an example, Blackpink is girl crush and Everglow is actually girl crush, which, you know, aespa is not exactly girl crush, but they're another kind of girl crush which has caught my attention because it feels different from what we've been getting fed from the K-pop industry. As you know, music industries, especially the K-pop industry, likes to reuse concepts that are making them a lot of money during that time and point. So girl crush is one of the things right now that is making them bank loads. However, people are getting bored of it somewhat. So of course companies have started to switch up the concept slightly because you can't really keep pulling out the same content over and over again and expecting to make a lot of money, mostly because people get bored with the same old concepts over and over again. And that is, yeah, as my sister is standing there doing, concepts as in Blackpink. Yeah, Blackpink do the same concept over and over again, but of course, yes, it's bringing in new fans all of the time of the same type, but they're always losing fans, mostly because they're not growing with the fandom that they already have, that they gained from the beginning. And that's kind of the problem that they're having. It's kind of just receiving, but not giving back. And that's why so many fandoms are fighting against Blackpink at this point, is because the fandom is literally eating each other because they need more content. It's kind of a bit like that. Of course, it's a very good strategy, but at the end of the day, it's more of a good strategy to get what you want now, but not later. Which is kind of the problem as of why YG always brings out new groups, because people get tired of their bullshit. They just cancel them and say, no more, we don't like this. And he just brings out a new group and everyone's interested again. It's the same old thing. It's basically just the industry doing what it does best, which is kind of bullshitting the viewers. Hence why now we have aespa, and hence why everybody's so interested in ITZY and many other groups like Twice, is because they're different from what we have now, which is mostly girl crush and boy crush. Mostly this I'm a tough girl look, which has grown so old at this point, which whenever we see it, we're just like, oh my god, do something new, switch it up a bit, but it's usually the same content because, as I said, that's what is making the money right now in the K-pop industry. As I say, if you keep giving your attention towards these K-pop songs, they're gonna keep making it because your attention is what is making the money. So of course that's what's gonna happen. So hence why we have aespa, as I said. We just have aespa, which is a new kind of girl crush, and it's something that's never been done before, which is why everybody is kind of so interested but also so cautious based around it, because number one, we have this massive AI thing which has never actually been done before in K-pop, and not really many other industries in terms of music and performing arts. So of course that's going to interest people and get them to click on links and stuff. And then there's just the entire, basically their own twist on their own girl crush image or slash concept, so that people don't get bored when they release this music video, which is Black Mamba. Because if they release something the same as Blackpink, of course there's also going to be antis that's going to be like, you copied Blackpink, which they do quite a lot. You can't deny it. They always accuse other people of copying their oppa or their unis and crap like that. But also, people are not going to see it as anything new, anything special. But the fact that YouTubers have reacted to Black Mamba in this sort of way, which you've probably seen if you've seen reaction videos, it shows good potential that this is working, this strategy is working right now. And this is probably where it's going to go next, which is just this concept. Or it's either ITZY's or aespa's. So honestly, I do not think that they're actually gonna flop. I think that they're probably gonna be a leader within the K-pop industry, or aka the concept industry. I think that they're either gonna be the secondary leader to ITZY or gonna lead the entire concept, just like how Blackpink led the girl crush image and 2NE1 led this like almost this tough girl image. They're likely gonna pave a way to another era. Okay, so that's it for me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Comment something down below. What is your favourite bit of the aespa, Black Mamba era and all that sort of stuff? What is your favourite concept, etc, etc? And also, thank fuck we're out of 2020. Happy 2021. Have a good one.